Hey everybody, it's time for your episode of Honestly. So let's jump into it, right? I had recorded something yesterday and I just didn't feel like it was speaking to anything in particular, so I didn't like it, so I didn't release it. But today I am going to release this because it's been in my spirit for the whole week. Giving yourself grace, right? Honestly speaking, I am not the best person at doing this. Like, I typically, I learn from every situation. So whether it is good or bad, sorry, I'm sitting in a parking lot. So I'm looking around at my surroundings, of course, but excuse that. Honestly speaking, I have always had this thing in the back of my head where when things don't go right or things don't go the way that I expect them to, like, I blame myself, right? I blame myself, number one, because I should have known better. Number two, there are just better ways to go about doing things. And sometimes I deal with how I feel at that very moment, which is, some say it's a good thing. I think it's a blessing and a curse. Because I don't like to deal in feelings, right? I try to really not deal in my feelings, because sometimes my feelings are just that, they're feelings, right? And sometimes they're not right, they're not wrong necessarily because they're mine, but at the same time, it's not meant for everybody, right? And I can't take it out on everybody. And a lot of times I will do that if I am shifting the blame, right? So I've been learning to give myself grace in situations where that happens. Situations where I want to blame everything else but take accountability, I am learning to give myself grace. I'm also learning to give myself grace in the mistakes that I have made, right? I guess owning your own stuff is part of the process of rebuilding yourself. And for me, I think when my father passed, I legitly lost a part of myself. And I started to really feel bad and deal in the depression of the grief that was happening. But I was turning to everything else but what I should have been. So I was using alcohol very abusively. I was cussing for no reason. Like, just random things. And some things you don't even think about as a problem or as an issue, but they can be, right? They can keep growing. So learning to give myself grace in those moments where I feel destructive, right, against myself. Sometimes I don't want to take accountability for whatever is happening, knowing dead well that I probably caused some trickling effect or triggered something, right? And even in my triggers, learning how to deal with my triggers, right? Trying to avoid or stay away from those areas. But growing in the process and giving myself the grace to grow and know that I'm still learning, right? Every day I learn something different about myself. Today was, hey, I got a lot more patience than what I thought I did, right? I was involved in a couple of things and I'm learning to have patience, or I'm showing growth in the patience department, because usually I want it my way. I want it done. I want to get it done and get it done the right way the first time, rather than having people make mistakes and keep trickling down. Like, I hate that, right? But I also know that I have to allow people to learn, right? That's part of the lesson in life. They have to learn from their own mistakes. And I can't always be the one that always gives and keeps giving advice, giving emotional stability to other people, right? When I am not that way. People looking at my truck, sorry. But learning to just be better at giving myself grace, right? So I hope that you take this moment to really think about how you give yourself grace, and if you even do, like, recognizing whether you give grace to others but give yourself the same grace is a whole nother thing. Like, I would overextend myself to other people, but when it came to myself, it was like, yeah, I feel the way I feel, and that's just what it is. But I wasn't gracing myself. I was beating myself up all the time, and that's one of the things that we shouldn't do. Like, we shouldn't. I mean, like, there's moments where you have to beat yourself up a little bit, but don't stick and stay in it. You know what I'm saying? So that it affects everything else in life. And so I'm learning that. So I pray that this reaches you. I pray that you guys take this moment to extend yourself the grace that you need, right? To get to the next day. It's day by day, moment by moment, week by week, month by month, you know. Progress doesn't always happen overnight, but it does if you work for it. So I hope that is it. If you have any questions, if you have any thoughts, if you have some topics possibly that you're interested in, write me, queenentceo1@gmail.com. Or you can comment right on the videos. Any of the videos you can comment on. And I will definitely get the message and go from there. All right. I'm probably going to start an ask key or something like that email. But we'll get it. We'll get it together. All right. I pray you guys have an amazing weekend. Enjoy yourself. Do some self-care. And give yourself grace. Love you.